Hey guys, welcome back to Etheria Restart. So over the weekend, we had the 2x event. We also had the summon event. It was busy times. I didn't get to grind it as much as I wanted, but I did get some massive buffs to my account. This is my free-to-play account that I started 2 weeks after global launch. Took me 2 weeks to reroll for the Lily, if you guys remember. And I want to give you guys an update because the two big things that happened for me were, one, I got my Kloss from the summon event. Kloss is just so damn amazing. The second one is that obviously I farmed a bunch of Doki Doki and I got some really nice speed upgrades, which is fantastic. I'll show you guys my speed upgrades, where I'm at with PvP and stuff like that as well. But the other thing was, obviously, we had the Lilium buff, and now she's an absolute monster, and is making my farming life 10 times better. So, first of all, the Kloss, mine is still at 5-star. I put no lattices into her. Ignore her build. Her build is specific for what she's farming at the moment. So kind of ignore the build at the moment. But you can see we've got no lattices, and, you know, she is still working absolute wonders for me. So, if we go over, I'll show you where I'm actually farming at the moment. That is over here in Shadow Flame Hoyan. Now, dude, are we seriously getting this many drops? That's not what I'm after. Not hard though. Let's see. No, nothing we're really desperate for. But it's over here, and she is really helping. Now, this is going to be a failed run here. Obviously, we missed the defense break. So we are in this annoying position where I think I saw Oran J make a video about it today, talking about the accuracy issue. So I would definitely agree with him about, like, I would love to see just a way in the farming modes, being shell farming and module farming, a way to have an actual accuracy cap where you can actually get to 100%, or, you know, to the cap of that ability. You know, some abilities with a 30% base activation rate, they've only got the 60% max, but anything that can get to 100 max, being like, you know, your 50% and higher, I'd love a way to actually get to it, because unfortunately with a lot of these teams, it does come down to, if you miss it, you kind of just lose. Now, I'm happy to deal with that at 42 average seconds. Normally these are like 33 to 35 second runs. The losses are what drag it out. But I'm pretty happy to do it. So I'll show you guys the team we are running over here. Let's go ahead and do this. Yoink, yoink. And do it, because I really want to farm some Shadow Flame Hoyan. So this is the team that we are running. So use the Kachi to stun, then we go ahead and use the Kloss to death break. If you miss the death break, you lose the run. If you land the death break, even if you miss stuns and stuff, you're normally going to win the run. So then we go ahead and we use the Lilium. Then Diddy comes in with his nuke. And then we boost the Lilium with Kachi, which reduces her cooldowns by 1, is the key thing. So then we get that skill in. Now we go ahead and use a Didding Basic. And then we've got the skill 3 active again because of that 1 cooldown reduction. And then we go ahead and kill the boss. And that's pretty much the way this team works. You can see 31 seconds, and it's normally around that 31-second mark. I'm absolutely loving it, because before this, I was using the Obel, Lily, Viper. I can't remember who else was in the team, but it was a slow-ass team relying on the damage. Oh, it was probably someone to heal. Dude, I can't remember. I think, yeah, it might have been Ling Lo. But yeah, it was a slow team, like 4.5-minute runs, and it still wasn't 100% successful. But now at least I have a fast team that is still not 100% successful, but it's, you know, it's just a lot better to be able to farm stuff a little bit faster. That's the kind of way I'm just looking at it at the moment. Now, this might be a failed run, because we're not going to actually land the kill here. And if they kill the Didding, we're kind of boned. Okay, Didding lived, so maybe we get to kill. Oh, no, he's not up to his skill 3. Yeah, so that's a wipe. That one was because we missed the stuns and we got hit too many times by the ad. So once again, it's not 100%, you know, miss stuns, miss death breaks, you can still lose, but I'm happy to go ahead and farm at a bit slower at a bit faster, at a lower win rate, sacrifice a couple stamina, because I just find it tedious having to wait so damn long for those long runs and then still seeing fails. I'd rather have quick runs, so that if I see a fail, you know, oh well, it is what it is, we'll live with it. Because once again, if we just land the 2 stuns and then we land the death break, like the runs are just clean. The runs are really clean like this, and you just go boom, pop. This might not kill it, but then we get a little tap by anyone after this, and it's GG. So it doesn't matter who really survives out of our 2 DPS. We're good, and then we go ahead and we clear it, even with that a little bit of you know, missed damage. So that's that one. I'm going to duck out of there. Like I said, really happy with that. I haven't really gone into Rengo Kutsu yet. I think I am going to need to Kloss 6-star to do Rengo Kutsu. But like I mentioned, just Shadow Flame Hoyan. Like I want better shells of all of these bad boys. So I'm pretty happy with where that's at. Now, the next thing that I want to go through is, and that's pretty much all I've really looked at. I did look at a Sharon run, which I got to do a pretty decently fast clear. I think it was just over a minute running this. But I still need to fine tune Sharon, but I'm not too stressed on farming Sharon at the moment. The next one, after I get what I want out of the Shadow Flame Hoyan, the next step will be Rengo Kutsu. You can see I did do a little bit of playing. We got a 2-star on it, but yeah, still Rengo Kutsu is still just a finicky bitch. We're still not there on him yet, but we will get there one day. As for speed, so we went speed farming, and where is my fast set? It's on my Lily. I've actually got a faster Swift Smite now, so I upgraded one. Dude, this one, how's this? I was just getting the Swift Smite with accuracy for that run that I was building. This one only had 2 substats to start with. It rolled all of them into speed. I'm like, why couldn't I get that luck on other things and then get like a big mythic speed? But that is +1 speed over there on my Lily. So now I do have 345 speed on my fastest character. Now, this is by no means crazy fast, and it's my second fastest is like 315, so I didn't get a big spread, but I did get some fast pieces. Basically, I got myself purples. Unfortunately, I didn't get a 12-speed purple for this slot, but I got 12 speeds for other things, but just none for the none for the Swift Rush, unfortunately. We got a 16 speed over here, which was really nice on that one. Unfortunately, once again, it is Bramble, and unfortunately, the stats on these bad boys really suck. Now, if I put this on a debuffer, that wouldn't be too bad. This one is our other 16 speed on the Bulwark. It is a flat attack, but hey, you got to take what you can get. And this one over here is a flat attack for the speed of 12. Now, I do have other Swift Rushes that are 12 speed, but none of them have the 3 matrix, unfortunately, and because of this build, because we're using the 2 broken 16s, we had to get the 3 matrix. So that's where we're at. The Alicorn on here as well did get a max roll 20 speed. That's why I'm using the Alicorn. It's the only 20 speed on my account. It did luck into the 30% Crystal Wall and the 11% Shadow Guard, which isn't too bad considering I got it on my fastest unit. So that is where we are at in terms of speed. I'm pretty happy with that. As for Arena in general, I have not really been playing too much Arena. If we go to Battle Report, you can see the last time I played was 3 days ago. I played a few matches, and before that, it was 6 days ago. I'm just kind of ignoring PvP for the moment because I want to play Bruiser playstyle. Like I said, I wanted to have something, at least something fast, because often when I got my Lily to draft through, she was getting outsped by like slow units anyway, because she was at like 310 speed. So I wanted to at least have a fast Lily so that I could speed race. Now, once again, she's squishy as fuck because everything's just attack and accuracy. But at least now I have something fast so that if I do draft to try and outspeed to do something, then I can actually outspeed. But the play style I really like is Bruiser, not because it's meta, just because, I've always been that Tiamat lover guy who I'm waiting to do my select summons to get Tiamat. But at the moment, still Rahu, this isn't even a build. I just never draft Messiah anyway, so I didn't even bother putting a good DPS build on him. But Rahu still, along with Lilium, on the very scuff build. Once again, I'm just trying to get a lore. At the moment, I'm trying to get a lore, and then I'll cook with her. I just have nothing else to put on her at this stage, so she's really scuffed for PvP. And then Hoyan's on a decent build, but Hoyan doesn't really help me too much because we don't fight many cleaves at the moment, so she's kind of like a dead build, and those are the only 3 damage dealers that I have to rely on my account at the moment. The other thing is, you can see I've got my Ling Luo and also my Fu Cho built, but I still have not built, waiting on some more cubes on the, dude, where even is she? The Sanya. So I haven't built my Sanya yet. So the thing I want to do is I want to build my Sanya. I want to get my Tiamat from the selector, which will be after we see how many banners are coming in the next round. Then I will get my Tiamat and build my Tiamat. Then I will probably also build Mizuki. And then see what else. Hopefully, it'd be really cool if we got a Bruiser, but I don't think we will because the Bruiser meta is too strong. And we'll see what new units we get. So for PvP, for me personally, for RTA, I'm just kind of sitting out. I'll just wait for the weekends, do my Fearless Arena, and then I'll come back to RTA probably in about 2 weeks when I feel like my account's at the point. Because at the moment, it's like, especially after the Lilium buff, Lilium is very quick to get banned or counterpicked, and which means I pretty much got my Rahu, who is actually highly contested at the moment as well. And then if they pick one of these two and ban the other one, I've just got no DPS essentially, because Hoyan ain't going to carry a game. So that's where my PvP, I'm not too stressed on it at the moment. I will come back to it a bit later. That's where the account at, but I'm really happy that we did get a bit of a speed up, because that's where I wanted to be. That's all I wanted to achieve out of this one. I wanted to get, ideally I wanted like 330 plus speed on my Lily. I managed to get 345 speed, which I am super damn happy with. So I'm just going to sit there. Once again, I need to build up more units to properly compete in PvP, but it's a time progression thing, because once again, I probably will even upgrade my Kloss first, because I want to get upgrades into my Kloss, because she is helping me with PvE. So there you go. We got a 7 wins, 3 losses on this one. Sometimes it's normally 7 to 9 wins that we get with this team. It's still not perfect. Once again, I've done as much as I could with it to get the accuracy up there while still having fast teams. The Kloss is on, what was she on? 222. And then the Kachi is on, no, not that one. The Kachi's on 222 as well. I feel like that's about as much accuracy as I can feasibly get. This piece I could upgrade a little bit further. But at the end of the day, I could upgrade this one too. Yeah, I could get more accuracy, but I feel like I'm at the cap anyway. But hey, that is where the account's at. Let me know how you guys went over the weekend with your account, where you're at. Like I said, I was pretty happy with my results overall. The Kloss was a big change. I'm just glad I can speed farm Hoyan now, as opposed to just relying on speed farming Nico Nana for, resources essentially. Now I got another one I can speed farm. Yes, I get the odd loss, but at least it happens quick. So that is going to be it for this one, guys. As always, thanks for watching. Hope you have an awesome day, and I look forward to seeing the next one. Cheers.